Picture the Santa Clarita Valley in 1962. It was a very different time back then. There was no I-5 freeway, Magic Mountain hadn't been constructed, most of the Santa Clarita Valley had not yet been developed. That year, a brand new agency was formed to connect the Santa Clarita Valley to the State Water Project. Hello, I'm Tom Campbell. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you to the Castaic Lake Water Agency's 50th anniversary celebration. We're proud of the agency's success in planning for the community's water future. This year, we'd also like to look back over the agency's rich history and that of the community that we so proudly serve. Please join me in celebrating the agency's golden anniversary.
Water, the lifeblood of our planet. Without it, life as we know it on planet Earth could not exist. In 2012, the Castaic Lake Water Agency celebrates 50 years of procuring and distributing this precious resource to the people of the Santa Clarita Valley. After World War II, soldiers returning from war needed housing. Without a reliable source of water, development would be stifled. A plan was devised to bring reliable water supplies to Southern California. The State Water Project would construct a series of dams and reservoirs, along with the 444-mile-long California Aqueduct that would carry life-giving water from northern to Southern California. The Castaic Lake Water Agency, known then as the Upper Santa Clara Valley Water Agency, was organized in 1962. The mid-60s also brought Interstate 5 through the Santa Clarita Valley, as well as the first master-planned community of Valencia. Homes sold for $25,000. In 1970, the name Castaic Lake Water Agency was adopted. Through the 70s, Santa Clarita grew with the addition of Magic Mountain, the completion of Castaic Dam, and thousands of new residents. In 1977, Bill Mineta became the agency's first general manager. In 1980, under General Manager Bob Sagehorn, the 12.5 million gallon per day Earl Schmidt filtration plant was completed. The first water from the State Water Project started flowing into the Santa Clarita Valley.
We had a very interesting operation. Our office was housed at in a rental quarters above the International Liquor Store on Lyons Avenue. They often accused us of having a tap into the liquor store, but that was not true. The agency staff consisted of myself and Secretary Betty Castleberry, and we had an administrative staff of 2 people. I had an opportunity from a former friend of mine that I'd known from perhaps year 1960, and Joe offered me an opportunity to obtain water from the South Lake Farms in an area called Devil's Den. He offered a price north of $15 million, and I looked at Joe and said, you know, Joe, that's quite a bit of money and I don't think we can handle it this time. And Joe comes back and says, Bob, final offer, $5 million, we'll throw in all of the farming equipment and you get title to the land. I said, you know what, I'll take that one to the Board of Directors. Without that water supply, additional supply, it would have been impossible to build the Rio Vista plant that we enjoy today.
By 1990, the population of Santa Clarita had reached over 110,000 residents. As the population grew, the need to conserve water was already becoming apparent. In 1993, the agency implemented a school education program to instruct SCV students on the wise use of water.
From that first year of 5th grade only and 700 students, we've actually grown to incorporate all grades within this valley, from kindergarten through junior high through high school. Those first 700 students have blossomed into 14,000 students per year. And from the beginning of the education department, 131,000 students have gone through the doors.
In the mid-90s, the Rio Vista water treatment plant was constructed. As responsibility to provide water grew, so did the Castaic Lake Water Agency, opening a new administrative office at the Rio Vista treatment plant. A conservatory garden and learning center was also built.
The garden is a laboratory where we can test out new plant materials, new types of irrigation systems, so we can stay on the cutting edge of water conservation. It also supports our landscape education program. We can actually bring students out into the garden and demonstrate different concepts for water efficient landscaping.
In the mid-90s, CLWA partnered with the city of Santa Clarita to use part of its Rio Vista water treatment plant site for the benefit of the community. CLWA leased 137 acres to the city to develop Central Park. In 1998, CLWA acquired the Santa Clarita Water Company, and in 1999 acquired another 41,000 acre-feet of State Water Project water from the Kern County Water Agency.
All State Water Project contractors have to meet a challenge, and that is during dry years, the State Water Project cannot provide all of the water that was contracted for. To meet that challenge, the Castaic Lake Water Agency has entered into several water banking programs. We've stored over 150,000 acre-feet of water. That's over 4 years of water supply for our valley. The Castaic Lake Water Agency has done a great job over the years of meeting the challenges of providing a reliable water supply for our valley.
By early 2000, CLWA was servicing a population of almost 250,000 people. In 2002, Dan Masnada was appointed general manager, and shortly thereafter, the agency's first water banking program was initiated.
In the same month the agency celebrates its 50th anniversary, I'm celebrating 10 years of service. When I started working here in 2002, it was a few short years after the agency had acquired the Santa Clarita Water Company, one of the 4 Santa Clarita Valley water retailers, and had almost doubled its state water project supply through a water transfer from Kern County Water Agency. When I walked in the door, and for a number of years thereafter, the agency was defending against a number of lawsuits relating to the water company acquisition, the water transfer, and certain other water management and planning actions. Fortunately and skillfully, we were able to successfully defend against all the litigation. On a more productive note, over the past decade, we expanded both our treatment plants to meet the valley's growing water needs well into the future. We also constructed the last major remaining part of our pipeline distribution system, which enhances our ability to deliver water to communities in the east end of the valley. We implemented a number of water banking programs that improve the reliability of our state water project supply during future droughts and earthquakes. We acquired another source of imported water to supplement our state water supply. In a cooperative effort with the 4 retailers, we adopted a water use efficiency strategic plan. This plan has been the underpinning for the Valley's ongoing conservation program and has successfully reduced water consumption since 2007. In addition to bringing supplemental water to the Valley, the agency exercised its public trust responsibilities as a regional water supplier by also taking the lead to protect local groundwater resources. There is a 1,000-acre area in the center of the valley known as the Whitaker Burmite site, where fireworks and munitions were manufactured for more than 50 years. Unfortunately, these operations contaminated a portion of the Saugus Formation aquifer with perchlorate, a byproduct of the manufacturing process. In this one instance where the agency was a lawsuit plaintiff, we, in partnership with 3 of the local retailers, achieved a settlement that ensures the property owners and their insurance companies will bear the financial responsibility to clean up the groundwater contamination. As a result, this settlement is providing up to $100 million to address the greatest environmental challenge this valley has ever faced. We have since constructed and put into operation the treatment and distribution facilities that are remediating the groundwater contamination and mitigating the migration of the contaminant plume.
The mid-2000s also brought the Sand Canyon Pipeline, pump station, and reservoir, which improved the agency's ability to deliver water to the east end of the valley. By 2010, the valley's population had reached about 270,000 residents, with CLWA providing service to nearly 100,000 homes and businesses. The capacity of the Rio Vista water treatment plant was expanded to meet the growing need for water.
The agency has 2 water treatment plants. The first is the Earl Schmidt filtration plant, which was originally built in 1980. As originally constructed, it had a capacity of 12.5 million gallons per day. It was expanded in 1988 to a capacity of 25 million gallons a day, and then again in 2005 for an ultimate capacity of 56 million gallons per day. The agency's second water treatment plant is the Rio Vista water treatment plant, which was built in 1991. Originally constructed, it had a capacity of 30 million gallons per day. It was recently expanded in 2011 for a capacity of 66 million gallons per day. The expansion included the addition of new filter and clarifier modules, a new wash water return basin, a new ozone injection station, and a new chemical storage building.
My name is Jeff Ford. I'm a Principal Water Resources Planner for the Castaic Lake Water Agency. And behind me you see about 5 acres of solar panels that we put in late last year. It's 600 panels, about 500 watts each. And it supplies the power averaged over the course of a year for both the treatment plant, which pumps 66 million gallons of water a day at its peak, as well as our administration building. We made a decision to build a solar power plant on site because we wanted to insulate our ratepayers in the future from escalating energy costs. We have certainty with regard to the cost of the power that's generated by the solar power plant, whereas relying on conventional or fossil fuels and Southern California Edison rates, we're not certain of what those costs will be in the future.
The agency's future will be just as exciting, if not more so, than our past. We may have come a long way, but in some respects, we are just getting started. Through a continuous strategic planning process, we have a clear vision of the future and the path we must take to ensure our mission of providing reliable, quality water at a reasonable cost to the Santa Clarita Valley is achieved. Water-wise, we are very fortunate here in the Santa Clarita Valley. We have 5 sources that collectively comprise a robust water supply portfolio, which consists of 2 groundwater aquifers, 2 imported sources of supply, and recycled water. Moreover, the agency enjoys a strong partnership with the 4 local water retailers and an excellent relationship with the City of Santa Clarita and Los Angeles County. Finally, the agency's board of directors and staff have clearly and consistently demonstrated an unshakable commitment to accomplishing our mission, and our community can rest assured that same level of dedication will continue over the next 50 years and beyond.
Heading into the second decade of the 21st century, expanding populations and increasing demands for water will pose a challenge to the Valley's water suppliers. Castaic Lake Water Agency will continue its leadership role, being innovative in its approach to both providing water and maximizing water use efficiency. Providing clean and reliable water sources for SCV residents and businesses will continue to be the primary goal of Castaic Lake Water Agency. The lives of every Santa Clarita Valley resident depend on it.